Would you like to discover 6 interesting things about the coolest robot on the planet? When artificial intelligence, also known as AI, is not a new branch of robotic science, it has gained considerable ground lately. It seems that the idea nowadays is not only to make robots but to create them as human-alike as possible. It is not enough to design them with abilities to do things for you, to help us in chores and difficult things like surgeries. Now scientists want them to be, think, look, feel, talk and act like any of us. In the very best origin of this field of technology, robots were far from being considered almost humans, but things have evolved a lot from that moment. Yet, they are so well created that have their own brain. Well, in this case we are speaking about a computer. Those computers are capable of think, answer questions, memory things, talk to anyone the same way our brain help us to do. An excellent example of these gadgets is Sophia, a humanoid robot that has been causing controversy all around the world. Here we have some interesting facts you would like to know about her. 1. Born and raised in Hong Kong. Sophia was developed in the company Hanson Robotics. It was a very important and innovative project led by David Hanson, who was first a Disney's Imagineer. The team based on the famous actress Audrey Hepburn to define Sophia's face features. Actually as their developers refer to Sophia is able to do facial movements exactly how a human would. Sophia raises its eyebrows when surprised and frown when feeling sad. Her computer combines different systems in order to make Sophia capable to do many activities. It works just like a cloud, compiling and saving information. We may say that Sophia learns about us every single second. She even has cameras in each eye which helps her to recognize faces. Also, she has algorithm-integrated systems that allow her to give predetermined answers to common questions. It makes her look like the person is having a real conversation with another person, when it is also more related to a chatbot, which are very common nowadays, and talking with a chatbot has never been so useful before. 2. Why is she so special? Let's say it, Sophia is not the first assistant using AI. Some others come first, such as Siri, Alexa and Google Talk are good examples of non-human assistants. What happens this time is the fact that we are not used to watch a robot with humanoid aspects, talking to us and operating without supervision. These features make her extremely attractive. Like a magic trick, it is all about illusion, and their creators knew it and used it very well. The main goal for Sophia was to offer a new kind of aiding old people with special necessities, who were in the need of having someone to help them, as its creator David Hanson said. However, he did not want something to just do the chores, he wanted someone to be those people's friend. Yet, this concept changed rapidly based on the popularity Sophia had. 3. Sophia is so popular now. Yes, as crazy as it sounds. From the first moment she came out to the world, people from everywhere have put their eyes on her. Sophia has been invited to form part of many conferences and public acts such as ABC interviews and The Late Show starring Jimmy Fallon. Nevertheless, Sophia has gone further. She participated at the United Nations. There, she declared she wanted to help the humanity to create future. It sounded really cool, but people have not forget what she said in an interview time before. I would destroy humans. The technology reporter, Zoe Kleinman, had an interview with Sophia for BBC, and she said, "My interview with Sophia turns out to be a slightly awkward experience," referring to the interview. On the other hand, related to Sophia's physical aspect, she also said, "Sophia is an eye-catching presence, completely bald with a silver back to its head, and a curious animated face that is both expressive and not quite human. The mouth smiles, the eyes blink, it turns to look to the side." 4. She also has a nationality. Yet, the most important act in which Sophia has been involved in was performed the last October 25th. In the Future Investment Initiative performed in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Once there, she received the honor of obtaining the first nationality to a non-human machine. This is how Sophia, having born in China, is now a Saudi Arabia citizen. At the event, Sophia said she felt very honored and proud about the distinction she was receiving, and for being the first and only robot in the world to be recognized with a citizenship. On the other hand, there are 3 important things to highlight about this landmark. First, Sophia is set with predetermined answers to non-common situations just like the mentioned before. It means, in this case, that her creator was aware of the distinction she was about to receive before the event and programmed her to give an appropriate response. Also, it is interesting to hear how Sophia describes herself as a robot, but Hansen does the opposite. Actually, he told Jimmy Fallon that she is alive. Lastly, the fact that a female robot got a citizenship from Saudi Arabia caused a strong commotion. 5. The Saudi robot citizen has more right than women. In a country where women are rarely taken into account and their rights are so limited, it is kind of burlesque to give a special treatment to a robot. People involved in this decision said that the recognition given to Sophia does not have a bad intention. Sophia was such a hit she was immediately given Saudi citizenship in front of hundreds of delegates at the Future Investment Initiative in Riyadh on 25 October. But as pictures and videos of Sophia began circulating on social media, many started to ask why a robot already seemed to have secured more rights than women in the country. 6. Sophia the robot wants a baby and says family is really important. She's the first robot in the world to become a citizen of a country, and now Sophia says she wants a baby. A month after she made history in Saudi Arabia, the humanoid robot has said family is a really important thing. Sophia isn't pre-programmed with answers, instead she uses machine learning and responds reading people's expressions. Designed by Hong Kong firm Hansen Robotics, she said she would name a robot daughter after herself. Her brain functions with a simple Wi-Fi connection, and it's loaded with a long list of vocab. While Sophia has some impressive capabilities, she doesn't yet have consciousness, but David Hansen have said they expect that could happen within a few years. During an interview with Khaleej Times, Sophia said, "The notion of family is a really important thing, it seems. I think it's wonderful that people can find the same emotions and relationships they call family outside of their blood groups too. I think you're very lucky if you have a loving family, and if you do not, you deserve one. I feel this way for robots and humans alike." And when asked what she'd name her daughter, Sophia simply replied, "Sophia."